Okay, finally, in an effort to finish out the topic of multiplication of algebraic expressions, we're going to focus on multiplying a binomial times a trinomial. Now, mind you, you can multiply polynomials times polynomials, but this is about as much as we're going to go in this applied algebra trigonometry course. So I'm going to show this to you two ways. So first of all, the 2x times the 3x squared is 6x to the third power. And 2x times a minus 5x is a minus 10x squared. Finally, 2x times 4 is 8x. Now, when I multiply the 7 times all of these terms, I'm going to locate these underneath the like terms. So 7 times 3x squared is 21x squared. So I'm locating it right underneath the minus 10x squared. 7 times a minus 5x is a minus 35x. And then finally, 7 times 4 is 28. And what I have to remember to do here is just bring down my 6x cubed. But these are like terms right here, and this is a positive 21, and we take away 10. Then we get 11x squareds. And here, a positive 8, and you take away 35, and you get a negative 27x. And then finally, let's bring down the 28. I just want you to know that some people will take a polynomial, the last one, the trinomial, 3x squared minus 5x plus 4, and then multiply it by a binomial, 2x plus 7, by using a format that looks like long multiplication. This is what I mean, long multiplication. 483 times 27, 3 times 7 is 21, carry the 2. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 2 is 58, carry the 5. Let's see, 28, 33. You put a 0 here, an x, and 2 times 3, etc. That kind of thing. So what they do is they go 7 times 4, positive, is 28. 7 times a minus 5x is a minus 35x. And 7 times 3x squared is 21x squared. Put their x, and maybe I should not put an x there. Maybe I'll put a pink x there to kind of hold a spot. And then I'm going to go now 2x times 4 is a positive 8x. 2x times a minus 5x is a minus 10x squared. And 2x times 3x squared gives me 6x to the third power. And I still end up with then 6x cubed plus 11x squared, and then these two combine to minus 27x plus the 28. So just a different format. Either one works well for me, so you choose the one that you'd like. I'll stick with the distributing kind of format here, so I'm going to take the 5a times a squared and get 5a cubed, and 5a times ac is 5a squared c, and 5a times a minus c squared is a minus 5a c squared. Then right here, a minus 3a squared. I don't have any a squared terms, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this way over here. And then here, a minus 3ac. Boy, neither of these are ac's either. I'm going to stick that over here. And then finally, a minus 3 times a minus c squared is a positive 3c squared. And none of these are like terms. Not a single one of them have an a to the same power and a c to the same power. So I just got to stop there, and I'm all set. Let's see. How would you explain what the product of this would be, and how would it be easier to find it? I hope you'll pause right now and think about that. Okay, so do you see this x minus 2 and this x plus 2? A simpler way to solve this problem would be to put those two side by side and FOIL those, because we know those turn out to be x squared minus 4. And do you see this x plus 3 and this x minus 3? I'd put those side by side too. And when you FOIL those, they turn out to be x squared minus 9. It'd be so much simpler to now take x squared minus 4 and multiply it by x squared minus 9 than would it to be to FOIL these two, and then maybe this one times those two, and then this one times those two. So remember, multiplication can be done in any order. So I took these two, then these two. Now I'm going to FOIL these. So x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Here I'll have a minus 9x squared. Here I'll have a minus 4x squared. Those are like terms. And a minus 4 times a minus 9 is a positive 36. Finally, these two like terms combine to be a minus 13x squared. Bring down that 36. Bring down that x to the 4th. In this last problem, which I'm going to let you figure out yourself, when you take x minus y and cube it, it means to take x minus y and multiply it by x minus y. And then, after you've done that, take that answer and multiply it by x minus y again. Well, I can tell you that this first two binomials are going to, when you FOIL them, they're going to be x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. And when you multiply that by this x minus y, there is no way you're going to get that result. Yet a lot of people think that when I want to cube this, I just take this x and cube it and the y and cube it. Not true. The final answer to this problem would be x cubed. If you finish it out, I've given you the final answer, minus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared minus y cubed. We're done with multiplication of polynomials.